So what's up, everybody? So if anybody's like me, you love when customer service is excellent. You don't like dealing with the companies that seem to take more time and more effort to try not to fix the problem than it would take just to fix the problem. They try to find workarounds. They try to find ways of not fixing it. They try to say that it's your fault that something's not working. So the reason I say that is, the people that watch my channel on a regular basis, you've seen that I made a video about the Jeep and the rock lights. Well, I showed that there's a rock light back there on the driver's side that has a few diodes not working, little LED diodes not working. There's like 5 or 6 of them. Doesn't really affect the light output that I can tell, but if you do look at it, you can tell, oh, hey, there's a few of them not working. So not the end of the world. It is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. So I, made the video, and then I went and left a review on the company's Amazon page that I bought them from. I left a 3-star review because I figured there's not really a reason for me to leave a 1-star. That's not necessary. But I left 3-star review. I left a picture of the Jeep like I did in the video, where it had, the headlights and fog lights on. Everything was lit up, and then showed a picture specifically of that rock light. It was like, hey, this is what I ordered. I ordered this set for my Jeep. All of them work great except one. They're fairly bright. They're not really as bright as I want them to be, but they are bright. And I've got one that's got a couple of issues, but other than that, it's a good kit. So I left that, not really expecting a response, because I know a lot of sellers on Amazon don't really respond to reviews, because I've left quite a few and never got a response from anybody. But this company actually reached out after I left it. It didn't really take them that long. I think it was about a week or so, maybe a little bit less. But the company's Dark Eagle, which I have a link to them, and I will have a link to their stuff in the description. I did have one in the video where I put these in. But they reached out and were like, hey, we saw that you had a problem with our lights. Can you explain to us what the problem is and send pictures if you can? And I was like, well, I already did that in the review. But I was like, okay, why not? So I sent a picture of that one light and was like, yeah, just this one light's got a couple of diodes out and blah, blah, blah. Well, I assumed they were going to send me, at first I thought they were going to send me a refund, which I would have been fine with, but they weren't. They're like, well, we'll just send you a new light. And they did, plus some. So they just asked for my address, and this is with me talking to them on a Friday/Saturday, and I got the light by Monday. But what they sent me was a brand new set of 4. So they sent me all new lights, because you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. And it has all the extensions. It even comes with a new harness with a new button, everything. So they didn't have to do that. They kind of went above and beyond and sent me a little bit more than I needed. But, I'm not going to complain, because like I said, a lot of companies don't even do that. So I really appreciate them for doing that. The customer service was really good. To the guy that I talked to, his name's Eric. Eric, if you're watching this, I really appreciate you. You're really easy to talk to, no problems. I really appreciate the customer service. I rated them a 5-star with everything. I even went back and changed my review just for that reason. But then I was like, okay, I'm a small YouTube channel. I thought about it, and for people that have a small YouTube channel like I do, I've got 520 subscribers at the time of me making this video. So, I'm not monetized at all. I don't make money off of YouTube at all. I just make the videos to try to help educate, try to explain some stuff, and to show off stuff that I have. Because maybe one day somebody will see what I have and be like, damn, I want my shit to look like that. Or what's he got that I can make mine look like that? And then you go and look in the description and blah, blah, blah. There it is. I talk about it. I explain it. There you go. So it's a 50-50 shot if you reach out to companies like I've done to say, hey, is there anything that y'all could give me? Or, stuff, do y'all do sponsorships or affiliate stuff? Or is there anything like that y'all would do to work with me so that I can help, grow a little bit, get y'all out there, get me out there, vice versa. So I reached out to one tool company, which was Tekton, and it's nothing against them. I'm not bad-mouthing them. I reached out to them and was like, hey, I do use your tools. I've got sockets at work that I use. Do y'all have any kind of sponsorship deals or anything like that going on right now? And at first I didn't hear from them for like a week, and I was like, well, this doesn't make sense. The company as big as them, I figured they'd respond pretty quick. But that's because the message was sent to my spam folder and I didn't know that. So when I went and looked, they were like, hi, sorry, unfortunately we don't right now, but we appreciate your interest, blah, blah, blah. I was like, all right, cool. That's all I need. I mean, like I said, it's a 50-50 shot. I wasn't really expecting a yes. So there we go. So then I was like, well, I've been dealing with this company for a little while now. I've been, dealing with them back and forth. They seem like a pretty decent company. So I reached out to Dark Eagle again. I was like, hey, I do have a question if you don't mind me asking. And then I pretty much pled my case. I said, okay. I said, you already know my name. I said, but I have a small YouTube channel. I'm wanting to get my name out there. I'm wanting to kind of grow, get some more subscribers, do stuff like that. I was like, here's a link to my channel if you want to watch anything, if you want to see anything. I said, I said I was even going to make a video, which is this one, about, how nice y'all were to me, how well you fixed the problem. And I just wanted to know if there's any kind of sponsorships or anything like that you guys are willing to do or whatever. And they're like, well, as a matter of fact, we do have a set of lights that we just released that we don't really have anything on. We want to know if you'd be more than willing to make a video for us to put it on, YouTube or whatever. And I was like, sure. So they're actually going to send me a set of free RGB lights to put on my mom's truck, which is a good thing she's here because now I can point to it. But I did put a set of regular, like, Amazon ones right there, but they haven't been used because they're not wired up because I didn't get to doing that part of it. So I'm going to take all them out and put the new ones in when they show up. But yeah, so they're sending me a set of RGB. I think they're RGBW, but I can't remember. I know they are RGB. They are colored. You're going to have to chill out, bro. Anyway, they are RGB. They also come with a little remote doodad, and you can also use the app. They did have one request, and that was to try to show me using the app. So I will have to find another phone to use. I have a couple of others that I'm not using, that I can download the app and say, this is how it works, this is what you do, blah, blah, blah. It's easy, simple, no problem. So I did get I guess it's a sponsorship if you want to see it that way. I'm not getting paid to do it. They're just sending me a kit for free. I know that's how a lot of these work, is they send you a free product, and in return you make a video, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if they want me to be very transparent about it, because I know a lot of companies will say, well, we want you to say a certain thing, because if that was the case, I would tell them, no, I'm not going to do that, because I'm not going to lie. But yeah, I am getting a set of free lights for that reason, just because I reached out. That's all it takes. Don't be scared to reach out to a company. Don't be scared to talk to people, because that's the only way you're going to get stuff. I mean, sometimes if you're a big enough channel, you'll have companies reach out to you, but yeah, I have to reach out because I don't have the subscriber base. I don't have what people need in order to say, all right, we know that you can reach a lot of people because you get X amount of views per video, you've got X amount of subscribers, blah, blah, blah. So that's all it takes. Just reach out. The worst they can say is no, and you'll be good to go. So I appreciate them for sending them to me. I haven't gotten them yet because I did ask them, if I could get a set of 8 like I have on the Jeep, and then try to give me some extensions, because they do come with a set of 4. I think they're 72 or 78 inch extensions, or 74. I don't remember what it is. It's in the 70s, like 70 some inch extensions. And I bought a set of 4 extras for the Jeep, but I still kind of needed another 1 or 2 of them. So I asked them to send me like a couple of sets of extensions plus what it already comes with, just in case. So, because I am putting it on the truck, and this truck is longer than the Jeep. And, because I have to go from this corner and this corner all the way up to where the battery is underneath the hood. So, yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing. But, yeah, I appreciate them for doing that for me. And it's something that I can put out there. I'm not going to show installing it because I don't have the time for that, and I don't really want to do that. So, yeah. And then the last part of this video is I probably will be showing another Jeep on the channel soon. Reason I say that is I actually sold the 1.5-inch wheel spacers and the 2.5-inch rough country lift kit yesterday to another guy that has a Jeep like mine. His is a 2017 limited, but his is four-wheel drive, but still has the V6, because he's also had to deal with V6 things. He had to do the oil cooler. I haven't had to do that yet, luckily, if it hasn't been done in the past. But I haven't had to do it yet. My Jeep has almost double the amount of miles his has. I think his has, I think he said like 40,000 miles or something like that. Mine's got 115, so it's actually not even double. It's probably almost triple. But anyway, yeah, he wanted them. He asked why I went from 1.5 to 1 inch, and then I explained it, because at first I didn't think he had a Jeep just by what I saw that he's been selling and what he has, but he does, obviously. And I was like, all right, cool. And I asked him, have you ever wanted, do you want to be on the channel? Because I don't know anybody else that has a Jeep. And he was like, yeah, I'm down for it. But I think he wants to do a little bit more to his Jeep, like I've done to mine. And he really likes the way the Jeep looks, even though it is 2-wheel drive, which doesn't really matter. But he was like, yeah, he's like, no, I like it. He's like, it looks a lot different. It looks a lot meaner. Looks a lot more aggressive. I was like, yeah, and I explained why I didn't have the 1.5-inch spacers on anymore and stuff like that. So we'll see. I think his is a gray color, darkest gray color. So yeah, it's a little bit darker than the Altima that's across the street. But yeah, his is also, got tint, stuff like that. I don't know what else he's got. He don't have a whole lot done to it, but he has had to do the oil cooler. I was like, well, I haven't had to do that just yet, so we'll see. But he did put the updated Dorman on there. But we'll go through everything he has when we get to that point. So yeah, but other than that, there's plenty to come for the channel. So like I said, I really appreciate Dark Eagle for the customer support, and actually taking the effort to wanting to send me stuff to review, to get their name out there, get my name out there, and for me to do a little something different. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll still link this in the description just in case y'all are interested in it. And other than that, that's pretty much it. And I'll see y'all later. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll, like I said, catch y'all later.